Welcome back to Blast Guys Reviews. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Retro Beachhead. And I am very excited to be taking a look at this figure. Beachhead is my favorite G.I. Joe. I just love how he's presented in the cartoon. No nonsense kind of soldier. All business. Says what he wants to say. This card back looks amazing. Beautiful artwork. You see all the accessories. See Beachhead. Very, very cool. And here's the back of the card. Here's this foul card. Still have that multiple language. I wish we could get back to the old school foul cards. That'll really give it a retro feel. Do have the cross cell with the eel, the snow serpent, a bunch of crap no one cares about. There's a UPC for you guys if you want to track this down. I don't know if anybody found these in stores yet, but got mine from Hasbro Pulse. But hopefully it helped you out. Alright, let's get this guy off the card and check how cool he is. Alright, here's Beachhead free from a plastic present. Man, am I excited. We did get version 1 Beachhead from the Cobra Island set, but there's something about that figure was not for me. I have it, just never opened it. Putting his beret on his head just makes him look some kind of way, and I'm not a fan of it. But man, I've been waiting for this version of Beachhead, his V1 version, for a long, long time. And I must say, I'm not disappointed so far. Loving that head sculpt. The balaclava mask has some nice texture to it, some nice design. So it kind of pinches there in the middle. That's very unique. Very cool. And then the mask comes down with this, there's streaks in the mask into his neck. Very nice. We have his black plate carrier. We have some gray magazines, some pouches. We have that beret where it needs to be, in my opinion. Nothing much to see on the back besides just a black vest. Very cool. Now his belt is black, no paint or anything, some pouches. It has the attachments to his thigh pads, weapons, I guess. I'm not a big fan of this design, but we'll see how well it affects the articulation. Then we have this 75 here on his arm. Is that the 75th Ranger Division? Not totally sure. But we can see that same kind of material here in the cuffs of his sleeves, like from his mask. It's very cool. And then the brown and green camo pants just look on point. We have black boots. Very cool. We have a knife sleeve here around his one shin. There's the bottom of his feet with the pig holes. Absolutely looks very, very cool. Very excited for this version. Some close-ups of the figure. You can see the texturing and the pants. It's amazing. This is more like a leather look. This is more of your material look. There's different kind of textures here, as you can see. The pants, the vest, the mask, and the sleeves. But then the soft, smooth plastic here on the shoulders. So it's been very well sculpted, in my opinion. Very nice. Overall articulation for Beachhead, we have the head that rotates on a ball joint all the way around, up and down. Very cool. Then we have the neck joint. If you can get a hold of it, it'll rotate also 360, and it has some movements back and forth and side to side. The arms do rotate 360. They can raise up just above a T-pose. Looks very good. Bicep swivel 360, double jointed elbows. Mine's a little stiff. Mine's taking a little bit of precautions to heating him up. Yeah. The wrist, they rotate 360. And we have where's the joint? This is the up and down on that wrist. And good. We have the in and out on this one. So this one will go in and out. So I love when we have one of each. He has butterfly joints. Pretty cool. There's a waist swivel 360, but I'm not forcing that. And then it has that normal cut there, but you can't utilize it because the vest is clashing with the pockets. But I know it's there. Now, this support I'm interested in because Beachhead is, yep. So you can sit pretty good. Not a perfect 90, but the plastic here seems to be flexible enough where it's not going to interfere with your playability or posability. So that's good. And for splits for Beachhead, he does have some martial arts skill. He is a drill instructor, so you have the combat skills. Pretty good. Thigh cut 360 there, just underneath this harness. We have double jointed knees. Kind of stiff, so I gotta heat that up. But this is right out of the packaging. You're seeing it live. Boot cut 360. Heels or ankles. Pivot down and up and around the ankle if you want that feature. So it gives you some nice posability, some playability stances for your collection, for your displays, for playtime, whatever you guys want to call it. But this is a pretty nice Beachhead. If you want a Beachhead, you're a fan of Beachhead, this is a great representation for Beachhead. Now it does come with some accessories, which we'll talk about here. I guess first up, I'll go with his green gun. It has a silencer here. A little bit gray for the clip. I guess that makes sense because if there's his clips here, they kind of don't match. Or it's just a lack of sculpting there in the initial gun piece. It is removable. There's a green tab. Didn't finish painting it. It is removable. This is actually, in my opinion, smaller than I would like. This is definitely going to make him look a little off, in my opinion. It's more like size maybe for a female character, because we are getting the different sizes in oh, by the way, this thing is pretty soft. We have not seen any of that improvement on the stiffness of the weapons. Something I've been keeping an eye on myself. And you can see that there might be a little bit of plastic wear there. Did that happen coming out of the package? That's another problem too. Coming out of the package, that clamshells are very tough, and if you don't be careful, you can cause some kind of stress to your weapons or maybe even breakage. But this is almost like a submachine gun size to Beachhead versus, you know, an assault rifle. But that's definitely way too small. So the accessories are starting becoming the eyesore for this set. The figure is pretty nice. You can see how it's so soft that this is bending backwards when you tuck it under his arm there. See how it's just clash. It's so soft, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to remove that because that is definitely upsetting. Anyhow, let's see what else we got here. We have a pistol. This is like maybe it was Stalker's pistol, version 1 Stalker. It is very thick silencer that's removable, so it does have the port for blast effects and the silencer. And then there's a blast effect port there on the silencer. This obviously looks to be pretty well to the right size for Beachhead, for a male character at least. Because they look good with, the hands are quite stiff. They're not very pliable either, so gonna have to be very careful trying to get that finger in that finger hole. There we go. And yeah, he looks pretty decent with that. I'm not a big fan of this silencer. The design of it is kind of off for me. So it'll probably just sit where it belongs, which is very nice to have a place to keep it here on the side of his leg. So just like Stalker has the ability to do that too. So that's pretty cool. Overall, not bad for the pistol. It's just, you know, it's my preference about the design, but that's how that fits there. And he seemed to stay there quite well. Extended clip on that pistol also, so that's pretty unique. He does come what I think is a very cool feature. It comes with 2 knives, 2 different knives, which makes it very unique. We have a black handle with a different sculpted blade versus the green one, and I think that's kind of unique. That gives it a little bit of a flair, I guess. Give him a little bit of diversity. So I don't see. Oh, there it is. Wonder where the other knife case was. Yeah, you can hold that pretty tight. So you have the 2 knives. If you want to have a knife fight with Storm Shadow or whoever, or just if you want to have Beachhead training your recruits with in knife training, knife defense, attack, whatever, he can hold those quite well. And of course, I'm not going to get crazy with the posability. It's just a review video, not a posability video. Looks pretty decent. I do like that. Now we have two different places to keep the knives. Now figuring out which one goes where. This looks like it's a little thicker, and this is a thinner one. And they look about the same size blade, so I'm going to say the green one goes here. But it seems a little... Yeah, that's for sure, because that's too tight. It's a little too loose for my opinion, but it kind of grabs when you fully insert it. And then this one, yeah, that fits better down there. So the green goes up top, and then the black one at the bottom. Yeah, I guess you shove it in there, it stays pretty good. So overall, for the lower level of Beachhead, we have his knives. So it looks really good. And then you have the pistol and the silencer over here, so he can hold. So for all of his gear, looks amazing. So moving on, he comes with his satchel here with some explosive devices, and it's nothing is removable. This is very hard plastic here. It's not flexible at all. And obviously you can just drape that over Beachhead. But I was never a big fan of this accessory, so it is what it is. We'll keep this for a second. But it does come with these little black grenades. Some kind of I wouldn't consider these explosive, maybe smoke, concussion, flash maybe, but there's no color, so you don't really know. You can just make it whatever you want. And I don't see, it'd be really nice if you can have these in your case. But you do have this little handle, so it's really nowhere to put this on Beachhead. But I'm sure if you get creative and you really want it on the figure, you can always get that somewhere like this, for example, on one of his straps, or wherever you can stick this. I'm not sure no space between the thigh pad there, but I don't know if it's something that bothers you, which you can probably work on that, but it gives you an idea. But this kind of looks out of place. But I mean, so there's really nowhere to store that. Unfortunately, there's two little black grenades. He does come with his backpack. He has his crossbow arrow sculpted in, some type of device here. No paint, unfortunately, so none of this pops. So you need that to pop. And then we have the peg that goes onto his back, and there it is. It just kind of clashes with his vest. No paint or anything. And it's not too thick either, so it's kind of very compact. So that's kind of good. He comes with a little crossbow. Is this Scarlet's repainted? Maybe. Very small. I wish there was a place to put this. Maybe there is. Okay, yeah. Well, I guess it goes right there. That's cool. Somewhere to store that. And then maybe you can find a way to store your little incendiary or grenades that he comes with somewhere. I'm not sure. Is there a place on his backpack for those? No. Don't see it. And we don't even get an arrow to stick in here at all. There's no additional arrows or anything. This is actually, even this is kind of coming across as a little too small in my opinion. And I'm not a big fan of the color. I'm not going to force a thumb in there, but just give you an idea how that looks. It's a very small crossbow. Very compact. So for me, it'll probably just stay for aesthetic on the back like this. Let's see. Comes with a stand. And of course, you just use the peg holes on his feet. And you can get, maybe. There we go. Oh, maybe I missed it. I don't know. Sometimes I think the diameters are not correct on some of these stands, but I guess you force it in there it works pretty good overall. So to give you an idea about this, which is probably the worst part of this set, horrible flexible weapons, but that is a 1/18 scale M16 that's been hanging there. I've been trying to finish this wall, but who got time when you work all the time? I cut all these little I'm hand making all these little holders here with metal paper clips, but this is compared to, this is a 1/12 scale gun, and that's a 1/18 scale gun. If I wouldn't have told you the difference in scales, you would have never known what that was. That's what I mean by this is being too small. They're not getting the correct scale on some of the weapons because they have the females and the male characters, and either the males are too small or the females are too big. They're mixing, using parts, and they're not being careful with that. They're just throwing the weapons in. So this is unfortunate. So this is probably the most con of this set. Overall, for what you see, pretty good. I love it. I wish I had an arrow for the crossbow. I like how it fits in there. It is compact. I love that you can hold the knives and the gun in a clip. He looks good aesthetically. Like, this is not a deal breaker. This is kind of hard, but it's just meant to be over the figure, like so. But you can hold this little gun if you want, but there's not really nowhere to put these. Unfortunately, it's just an addition. I don't know if you can strap them onto the. Oh, maybe you can throw them on there if you like. Like I said, with the little handles there, you definitely could find somewhere to stash them if you absolutely wanted to. Maybe like that, and just put on his arm through there, and then put it on if you want to do that over his head. I'm not sure if it's going to reach. Oh, there we go. Yeah, whatever you need to do for Beachhead. And then, his little gun. This is irritating. Very irritating. So I give him about a 9 out of 10 because of the weapons issues here. I'll take a whole point off of that. But not a deal breaker. Well, I hope you guys liked this review. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And we'll see you in our next review.